This is the Freakin Wyatt Show. I'm your host, D. Reeves.
And I'm Johnny B. And this is the 26th season where we seek to encourage our brother in Christ.
Growing up in Amish country, this is episode 1 of the Freakin Wyatt Show. This is where Wyatt's roots took root in the small backwoods of Ohio. In this episode, you're going to get to listen to a couple of his siblings talk about the impact that Wyatt's had on their lives, as well as an encouragement for his 26-year. Derek, do you know anything about Ohio?
I don't know much about Ohio, but I do know that it is considered sometimes the most average state. It's also considered one of the only states that doesn't have an accent. So I don't know what that means for them, but if you knew Wyatt, you would think that Ohio is one of the greatest states. His love for Ohio State, you know, even though he doesn't support them super often.
Ohio State.
I've never been up there, but I'd love to go check it out.
Hey, well, even though you haven't been there, you're about to get an inside peek of what his siblings had to say.
Happy birthday, Wyatt!
I hope you have a special day today, dude. One story about Wyatt that I love is would have been my freshman year at Winter Conference when I was rooming with Wyatt and his friends, and we went through a session, and at the end of the session, Wyatt came into the hotel room when I was kind of doing some journaling and some quiet time, and Wyatt came in and opened the door and kind of walked around a little bit and then stopped in front of the bed and told me how proud of me that he was and how he just really appreciated the man that I was becoming and that he loved me. And it was one of my favorite times that I can remember with Wyatt, and how he just looked at me and was just, really proud of me. So that was one of the coolest stories with Wyatt. And who he is to me, he's someone that is the ultimate competitor, yet the person that can understand and listen very well in the same way. Someone that I love playing sports with, someone that I love challenging in debates between who knows the most history. Obviously it is me, but that is just some of who Wyatt is to me. I don't have enough time to just explain how awesome he has been to me in my life and all the things he has helped me through and has led me through. He just means so much to me. And I think my prayer for Wyatt and encouragement for Wyatt this year would just be to continue to listen to God as he leads you and guides you through the unknown. He's brought you this far. He has provided opportunity after opportunity for you. And I just think it's so cool where God has led you. And I pray and encourage you to continue listening to his call. No matter what all the outside voices are saying, listen to him and let his spirit lead you. We just want to wish you a happy birthday. And I think Emma has something to say.
Well, he basically said all of what I would say is a prayer and encouragement, but Wyatt to me is my brother as of March of this year, since we got married. And a lot of my time with Wyatt has been over phone calls or FaceTime or because he's always on the go. He's always on the move. And I think that's something that is to be admired about Wyatt, is that he listens to God's voice and he is bold about where he's taking him. And he trusts God's voice. And I think that's something that I look up to in Wyatt, is that, wherever the Lord leads us, I know that we could go to Wyatt and always look at him as a figure of, wow, he followed in the voice of the Lord, and I want to do that too. So, we don't have many memories together, Wyatt, but Jacksonville 2021 is coming soon, and so.
Oh, here we go.
So let's make some memories.
Happy birthday, dude. Love you, man.
Wyatt has left many impacts on me. Some good, some bad. I don't know, but I just know that he's left many impacts on me. One of the ones that have come to my mind is how to lead. See, when Wyatt was in college, he led many ministries. And this is something that when I came to college, I also started doing. I'm in charge of many ministries here, and I really just need to know how to lead. And it's something that Wyatt showed me. He showed me how to step back and let other people do what they're good at. He showed me how to be at the forefront of things. He showed me how to live out my faith. See, Wyatt lives out his faith every single day. He goes out and tells people about Jesus. He goes out and spreads the gospel. Wyatt's a very personable guy. He can be friends with anyone in 5 minutes. And this is something that Wyatt has taught me how to do. He's taught me how to go out to my friends, to my peers, to my classmates here at college, to my workmates at work. He's taught me how to go out and tell them about Jesus. So when I think about the biggest impact Wyatt has had on my life, Wyatt has shown me how to lead and how to lead a Christ-like life.
I think 3 ways that people would describe Wyatt would be adventurous, Energizer Bunny, and having white legs. But to me, he's my brother. A lot of people are able to say he's like a brother to him, but for me, he's my actual brother, and everything that comes along with that, whether good and bad. But for me, he's been a great leader and someone who's been able to kind of show me the rights and wrongs of things, and whether it's in sports or life or anything like that. So he's been a great leader to me.
Hi, happy birthday, Wyatt. So Wyatt is my younger brother, and he is very spunky and outgoing and has more friends than probably any of me and my other brothers have put together. Wyatt loves the Lord and desires to see other people come to know Christ and eventually be in heaven together with everyone, which I really admire, and I love that about him. I love the passion that he has for learning about Christ, learning about the Bible, and sharing that knowledge with other people. Growing up with Wyatt, so we are very close in age. We're 18 months apart, and even though I was older, I always felt like Wyatt was the really fun person to be around. And so for the first couple years of high school, we did a lot together, and I always really enjoyed getting to hang out with him and his friends. And then we would hang out with, and my friends, we'd all hang out together, and I just really enjoyed having a brother as a friend, and now in adulthood, having Wyatt as a friend just really means a lot to me.
One way Wyatt's impacted my life is he's made me stronger. Growing up, I was the third oldest boy, and having 2 older brothers was difficult when you were bigger than them. So when we were about 10 years old, I was bigger than Hunter, and then it didn't take too much after where I was bigger than Wyatt. And having that in a competitive family can be difficult because the 2 older ones were always trying to double team me or try to make it an unfair fight just because I was a little bigger than them. But through that, definitely made me stronger, and everything that I've done, I've been able to handle a lot of stuff because of going through some difficult situations, but always having my family there really made me stronger.
And when I think about Wyatt, yes, he's my brother, but he's also more than that. He's been a friend to me. He's been there for me. He's there when I need him. There's times that I just need someone to talk to, and he's there for me to walk me through it, to point me in the direction I need to go. There's times that I'm preparing for a sermon that I'm going to be giving, and that I'll call him and he'll help me with it. He'll guide me in that direction. Wyatt goes above and beyond what a brother is supposed to do, and he's there to care for me and help me whenever I need it.
My prayer for your 26th birthday or Christmas, whatever one this is being used for, is that you'd be able to slow down in life, that you can slow down and be able to meet somebody. You've been going fast-paced, non-stop, and I want you to be able to slow down and find somebody who makes you happy and makes you a better person, and that you can bring to my wedding. So some acceptable applicants would be Urban Meyer's daughter, Nick Saban's daughter, Ryan Day's daughter when she's age eligible. But I just hope that you were able to find somebody and who makes you happy.
I wish for Wyatt's 26th year to be a great one. I hope that it's a year where God is able to continue to use him and help point him in the direction that he wants him to go with his career, and also just in serving the Lord and what that's going to look like. I also hope that I am able to beat him in some sand volleyball in the year of 26. And I also hope to get to see him as we, don't live super close together. It's always a joy whenever we're able to see him and hang out with him. So very much looking forward to coming down to Jacksonville here in a few weeks and getting to spend some time together.
Just a quick video about Wyatt. A couple years ago, me, Hunter, and Wyatt went to go play paintball with Wyatt's youth group. And it was the final round, so I decided, hey, let's go shirtless. So me, Hunter, and Wyatt did an Ironman, which you go until you can't take the pain anymore. So we were running through there. I ran out of bullets, so I was out. Also, it hurt getting hit shirtless. Hunter ended up running out of bullets and air, so he went out. So as we're walking off, we turn around and just see Wyatt sprinting across the course shirtless, just getting hit by everybody, people on his own team, people on the other team. But he was just running across there shirtless with his pale white skin getting drilled by bullets.
When I think about Wyatt, a story comes to mind.
This is kind of an ongoing family story. Is
when we were young, Wyatt would have all these different voices and different actions and different names for characters.
Years ago, Wyatt had an alter ego that we named Joey, and he just talks in this really funny voice, and it's like a little nasally voice.
Now, Joey was the silliest of them all. He did funny things, he made funny sounds, and he would talk in funny voices.
And Joey just does all these mischief things around the house, and there are things that if Wyatt, my brother, would do them to me, I would be upset or annoyed, but then he acts like Joey, and then all of us laugh.
And one day, we were out in our backyard just messing around, and Joey, Wyatt, had a golf club, and he was swinging it around. It was a plastic one, and one of my other brothers wanted that golf club. And as my other brother was trying to get it, Wyatt was swinging it up and down, and he accidentally hit my brother on the back of the head. And I think after that, Wyatt wasn't allowed to be Joey anymore.
It's just a really funny, good, ongoing joke within our family. And so even, when we talk on the phone, we'll talk about, sometimes he'll act like Joey. So any of you guys who don't know Joey, you should definitely ask Wyatt who he is, and I hope that he will share that side of him with you guys.
Thanks so much for listening to episode 1, Growing Up in Amish Country. Stay tuned for episode 2, Baseball, Bros, and Bible.